More about it. All right, give it up for Gary Cantor.
Actually, this first one's not exactly a labor song, but it's an original song about somebody who was a labor proponent. This world's a strange, it's a changing place. Cell phones, iPods, and MySpace. Just another day in the human race that I wished Woody Guthrie were here. It was just another inning of the same old game. Atrocities committed in our name. More things changed, more they stayed the same, and I wished Woody Guthrie were here. I wished Woody Guthrie were here today. In the fight, in the fray, I wanted to hear what he had to say if Woody Guthrie were here. Traveled from here to there, but it traveled damn near everywhere. His message was you gotta fight to make it fair, and I wished Woody Guthrie were here. I wished Woody Guthrie were here today. In the fight, in the fray, I wanted to hear what he had to say if Woody Guthrie were here. I went to see Arlo and his kids. They were sharing songs just like Woody did. Halfway through, I damn near flipped my lid because Woody Guthrie was there. Woody Guthrie was there that day, burning bright in his own way. You're all my kids, I heard Woody's spirit say. Woody Guthrie was there. And Woody Guthrie is here today. He's in the fight, he's in the fray, he's alive in the words we're all here to say. Woody Guthrie is here. I never left, I heard Woody's spirit say. Woody Guthrie is here. Thank you. Now I can do a labor song. Seeing as when Joe Hill was in the Salt Lake jail waiting to be executed, he was cause celeb, like an international cause celeb, and everybody was worried about him and advocating for him and signing petitions. And he told his friend, the head of the Wobblies, Big Bill Hayward, don't waste time mourning, organize.
Organize.
And that became shortened in the mythology to don't mourn, organize. And by coincidence, that's the name of this song. Comes around to cut your pay and your health care benefits fly away. You feel like you just swallowed a pretty bitter pill. No time to moan or boo-hoo-hoo, here's the thing that you should do. Listen to the words of old Joe Hill. Don't mourn, organize. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's strength in numbers and in size. Don't mourn, organize. That was the chorus. You will recognize it when it comes around again after the verse, which is coming now. When the governor says we no longer can fund your union's pension plan, sends the legislature that little bill. Stand up straight and stand up tall. Can you say the word recall? And then recall the words of old Joe Hill. Don't mourn, organize. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's strength in numbers and in size. Don't mourn, organize. When you hear the views spewed on Fox News, no call to be singing the blues, 'cause they don't get it and they never will. Drown them out in union song. Sing it loud and proud and strong. Take a music lesson from old Joe Hill. Don't mourn, organize. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's strength in numbers and in size. Don't mourn, organize. Let's try that again. Don't mourn, organize. Keep your eyes on the prize. There's strength in numbers and in size. Don't mourn, organize. I said don't mourn, organize.
Yeah, I want to spring one on you. Union Maid?
I got a version that has the chorus.
Okay. I know the original. We can maybe do them. Can we do it? What key do you do it in?
This is a little different.
Well, we'll do a little bit of both. How's that?
It's got the Union Maid chorus.
Well, the reason why we're doing this song, though, is kind of important. You want to tell them about it?
Sure. So, some of you know a woman named Sawant who is running for city council in Seattle. And tonight, Conlon conceded to her, and we have our first socialists.
Okay.
What key do you do
So
it in?
we'll dedicate this song to her.
I do it in D. I do.
D is good. There once was a Union Maid who never was afraid of the goons and the gangs and the company fiends and the deputy sheriffs who made the raids. Go to the meeting hall. I'm sticking to the union. No, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. The company's wise. She can't be fooled by the company's tools. She'd always organize the guys. She always got her way. She'd strike for higher pay. She'd show her card to the National Guard. This is what she'd say. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. If you want to be free, just take a little tip from me. The man is a union man and join the ladies auxiliary. Don't trade cars. We've got a union card and a union
man has a happy life if he's got a union wife. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die.
I got one more. People, if you want to be free, just take a little tip from me. Don't waste time, join the line for economic equality. We're gonna win this fight, knowing we are right. And the brothers Coke will go up in smoke like vampires in daylight. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. One more time. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. No, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. All right. Thank you, Gary. All right. Woody Guthrie, he didn't have much
Patty.
affinity to bankers and money
Gary, I
changers.
think that-
And one time, he tells a story, one time he, of this poor little dirt farmer that went into the bank to try to get a loan because the crops had failed and he needs some money to float him on to the next year. And so the farmer's pleading with the banker, but the banker is not really buying it. And the farmer finally kind of pleads with the banker. And the banker, he decided, he had gotten in a fight, in a bar fight a few months before, and he'd gotten an eye put out in the fight. So the farmer, the banker finally says, well, I tell you what, if you can tell me which eye is the glass one and which one's the real one, maybe I'll see my way clear to float you a loan to get you through the next year. And the farmer, he'd been betting people all over town, and nobody could guess which one was glass and which one was real. And the farmer, as soon as he finished the question, the farmer, boom, pointed out the glass one just as quick as can be. And the banker is dumbfounded. He says, I've been betting people for 6 months. They couldn't tell which one was the real one and which one was a phony eye. And how did you figure it out? And the farmer said, well, I just looked for the eye with the least little glint of humanly compassion and just knew that it had to be the glass one. So you want to use this guitar? Or
Well,
you want to just sit where I am?
It might be
Okay,
easier.
Bob
Can we?
Aldridge is going to come up and do a couple of songs for us, and I'm going to get Andy off the stage here.
You need help getting down?
Yeah, Sue is here. Yeah.
I'm just going to switch books.
Here.
I might just use my stand. I'm afraid I'm going to break this.
Go say hi to your sisters or something.
Let's see if I can do this. Whoa, it's really tight in here. Yeah, you just can adjust this so that it's... Well, I figured I'd sing a couple songs that I wrote basically when I heard that Sue and Andy were leaving town. I wrote a song. So this is kind of one of these true songs when you get struck by the fact that some good friends are leaving. So that's what I did. Hopefully I can pull this off. It's called Stand of Trees. It's springtime in Seattle. Guess I'll chop a little wood before before winter comes to call. I got bills to pay and stones to lay. I hear you're leaving town. Don't that beat it all? Thank you for the songs you shared with me. You helped me clear the weeds. We watered in them seeds. And now you see I got myself a brand new stand of trees. Becomes your happy place and show you things you need to see. New friends to play all bright and gay. Retire now in style. Go and build that front porch swing. Thank you for the songs you shared with me. You helped me clear the weeds. We watered in them seeds. Now you see I got myself a brand new stand of trees. Time moves on. Friends come and go. But love and the music remain. I couldn't sing this when you left. Too hard to say goodbye. Still I had to set it free. You covered songs for oh so long. Maybe you should try to plant your own stand of trees. Thank you for the songs you shared with me. Help me clear the weeds. We watered in them seeds. And now you see I got myself a brand new stand of trees. It's springtime in Seattle. Guess I'll chop a little wood before winter comes to call. I got bills to pay and stones to lay. I hear you're leaving town. Don't that beat it all? Thanks. So basically, when Sue and Andy went to Paint Lick for a while, they got involved with politics and almost got run out of town on a rail. But no, actually what happened was Obama was running for president, and they got very excited about that, as many of us did. And so they went down to some big rally down in Atlanta, Georgia. And then, of course, they took that hippie wagon of theirs and cruised on down the road. And I heard all these stories about what happened going down and coming back. Now, I swear these guys could probably write a book with all of their antics across the country and all the stuff. So this is actually a song that came up from hearing this story about running into trouble down in the South on the way back. Of course, part of it had to do with the fact they didn't blend. You have to blend if you're going to go down south. If anybody saw that movie, My Cousin Vinny, that's kind of like how it has to run. So this is called Redneck Country. This hopefully does not offend anybody who feels that they're a redneck. I think I'm partly redneck. I think that just there are degrees of redneckness, and I think that if you're from the deep South, yeah, it's just like Jeff Foxworthy says. You know you're a redneck. From Georgia to Kentucky, we slowly made it home. Visiting some friends from Atlanta on the farm. We didn't want no trouble, but started counting signs between the red and blue. We didn't mean no harm. We were in red, redneck country. Redneck country. Fox News on the TV, McCain was winning there. Nobody ever disagreed, nobody ever dared. They were in red, redneck country. Redneck country. Compulsive disorder really did kick in. 80 to 18, the Reds were kicking butt. Is this the same country, dear? It all seems so unreal. The moss was on the trees. It hit me in the gut. We were in red, redneck country. Redneck country. Fox News on the TV, McCain was winning there. Nobody ever disagreed, nobody ever dared. 'Cause we're in red, redneck country. We donned Obama t-shirts and headed for the bar, where all the fat farmers drink whiskey from a jar. The place grew real quiet like when we moseyed in. The only sound was TV. Some preacher talking sin. We were in red, redneck country. Redneck country. Fox News on the TV, McCain was winning there. Nobody ever disagreed, nobody ever dared. 'Cause we're in red, redneck country. The crutches probably saved us, see Andy's on the mend. You wouldn't hit a man who's down, even in the South. We count our every blessings, we counted every sign. We're here to tell the tale. My Miller would a mouth. We came from redneck country. Redneck country. Fox News on the TV, McCain was winning there. Nobody ever disagreed, nobody ever dared. We were in redneck country. Were they gonna hang us or shoot us where we stood? One guy gripped his armchair so hard it busted wood. Somebody went to leave, now would they throw some dirt? He whispered as he brushed on by. Man, I like your shirt. We were in redneck country. Redneck country. Amen. Thank you. That's all I got, guys. Whoops. That whole thing came right off.
All right, we need to give it up again for Bob Aldridge. Bob, did you write those songs? Oh, they're original songs. Awesome, awesome. All right. Okay, coming up now is Kathy and Paul, and on.
Just putting everything back where it was.
And then their performance name is Silver Lining. They're working on a new CD right now of Lauren Gardner's music, and I don't know. Are you going to be doing some of her songs?
Yes.
So. Lauren will be up here on the third song. So these are old Victory music friends of ours, and we're very happy to have them join us tonight and sing a few songs for you. I don't know, I hope that most of you are familiar with Victory music. It's been around the sound for like 25 or 30 years.
If you aren't, please do look us up.
They have open mics at several different locations. We sang last week at the Crossroads Mall location, and then the week before that we were at the Q Cafe over in Seattle. So, and they also have one down in Tacoma. What's the name of that place?
Check.
Antique
Sandwich shop.
It's all good.
Antique Sandwich Shop in Tacoma. What day is it on? Do you know? Tuesdays. So, you know, if you are interested at all, you can Google them. They have an online newsletter and a magazine that kind of goes through some of the local folk music and talks about what's on.
There we go. Thank you. That's good.
And I guess they do have one of their open mic stream live. And by the way, Nedra, who sings also with Raging Zephyr, came in a little bit later because she was watching us on live streaming.
2 songs.
So it is working, and we're on TV. Hi, guys.
Where's the camera?
I think it's right there on the tripod
awesome.
there.
Dude.
All right,
I'm
let's
gonna
give it up for
ignore it.
Kathy and Paul.
All righty then.
All right.
So we only do original stuff. We forgot all the covers we ever
Sorry.
used to do. Well, we still remember some, but
Try not to.
we're not doing them tonight. We're going to start you out with a little unrequited love song called Waiting.
Most love's unrequited. That is to say, the love that
Not
you hear
mine.
about. Because when it is quieted,
Requited.
when it is quieted.
No, you have to. It has to be quieted and then requited.
Okay, when it's requited, you don't hear about it. Certainly don't hear songs about it.
Well, I think you do. Every love song that's a true love song is a requited love song, right?
Are you there? You're there too. Awesome. I think we can
How we
start
doing,
now.
Kevin? Are we ready? You gotta anything like
Okay,
what
this
you
is
need? All right.
we're gonna do 2 songs. Which song are we doing?
Waiting, and then sometimes love is.
Well, the first song is on our CD, which is called. What is our CD?
Neo
called?
Retro.
Neo Retro.
And the second one is going to be on the next CD. So
So let me
We'll
explain.
give you a
Neo
little taste
Retro
of
means new classics. We write songs from our history. That's and we're
you're
not
gonna
exactly
go, Where
young.
have I heard that before? But you
We're not
haven't.
exactly young, so it's actually retro. So here we go. Help me to get along. Can you show me what I've been doing wrong? Will you love me when you know I'm not so strong? Will you hold me when I've been feeling down? Can you kiss me until I come around? Will you tell me if it's love that I have found?
I wanna hold you and tell you how I feel. I hope you'll understand. I don't know if it's real, but I'll be here waiting for you to give me a sign
That your love is true.
I'll be here for as long as it takes. Waiting for you. Will you want me?
Until the end of time,
Can you see me?
they say that love is blind.
Will you
Need me and never leave me behind.
wanna hold you and tell you how I feel. I hope you'll understand. I don't know if it's real, but I'll be here waiting for you to give me a sign that your love is true. I'll be here for as long as it takes, Thank you. Hey, there's a song. There's a story behind that song. The first time we ever played that song, in public, was to Lauren when she was laying in a hospital bed down at Swedish in downtown Seattle.
Yeah, we just wrote it. We never
Brand
played
new.
it for anybody.
We're trying to sing it quietly. You can't sing that song quietly. So we're gonna. Well, when you're on opium, I mean, come on, everything sounds like angels singing.
Yeah, we should put you all on opium and sing to you. You'd love us.
We're gonna get Lauren up here to sing harmony on this next song, which is on our next CD. This is a song that I wrote, and it is called.
But I will be playing on the next
one. Yep. Yeah. It's called Sometimes Love.
Perfect.
Isn't. It's an optimistic
It's
tune.
an unrequited love song.
It's such an optimistic tune. It's about love and relationships.
It's about holding your breath until you turn blue. It's about recognizing what's real.
And what's not. You gotta make sure.
My guitar is really boomy up here on stage. You could probably turn the bass down and maybe the volume as well.
Nah, keep the volume where it is.
Better already.
Test your mic.
Tess, I'm here.
Yeah. Just walk away. Don't tell me how you feel. 'Cause I've had all I could take. What you think is real. Sometimes love isn't the best deal.
Sometimes love
isn't.
Sometimes love
isn't.
Sometimes love
Isn't.
Sometimes love
Just isn't. I am paralyzed with indecision. My heart and my mind are in division. Yeah, I'm on a mission, but I'm wishing you would finish it. Yeah, just walk away. Don't tell me how you feel, 'cause I've had all I can take. What you think is real. Sometimes love isn't the best deal.
Sometimes love
Isn't.
Sometimes love
Isn't.
Sometimes love
Isn't.
Sometimes love
Just isn't. Broken heart that they might have joy. Women are that they might annoy. Apparently more. Well, I'm not your toy, so just what you think is real. Sometimes love isn't the best.
Sometimes
sing it with me. Isn't.
Sometimes love. Sometimes love.
Isn't. Sometimes love. Come on, you guys, do this.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes love.
Just isn't. Yes, sometimes love. Just isn't. Well, why does love got to be so crazy? Complicated stuff. One upsy daisy. No way. Come what lazy. Well, you could always just walk away. Don't tell me how you feel, 'cause I've had all I can take. What you think is real. Sometimes love isn't
Everybody,
the best.
sometimes love. Come on.
Listen,
Sometimes love.
listen, I forgot to tell you this was a sing-along. Come on now.
Sometimes love.
All of you.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes
Sometimes love.
just isn't.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes
Sometimes love.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes love.
Just isn't.
Sometimes love.
Just isn't.
Sometimes love.
Just isn't.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes love.
Sometimes love. Sometimes love. Sometimes love isn't.
Thanks for singing.
We're Silver Lining. Look us up, silverliningmusic.net. It's Kathy and I, our duet. Now we're going to sing a song that Lauren wrote. We're going to back her up.
You need to put misters on these bright lights, because, man, they dry you just right up.
Misters?
Little misters, right?
That would be interesting.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we'd all get
If,
wet.
as soon as you see the lip sticking
Hello?
to your upper teeth, then you call for the misters, right? I need a mister.
I'm a mister.
I got you.
Dude. We need
Well, I
dudes.
always need you. This is a song that Lauren wrote. For
My
our
name's
Occupy.
Lauren.
Go ahead, let her talk.
My name's Lauren Godnier. Incidentally, I'm the treasurer of Victory Music, so if you're interested in knowing more about them, by all means, come and talk to me. But I used to sing with Sue and Andy and Raging Zephyr, and that was my introduction to public performance, actually, and that was only about 7 or 8 years ago.
Only I know. At our age, that's nothing.
I know. Geezers like us.
Geezers. That's why we always play in the key of G.
That's
Geezer.
right, for geezer.
I need to
At any rate,
turn this way.
yeah,
a little
okay.
bit.
At any rate, I'm currently recording a CD of my own songs at Paul and Kathy's Deaf White Kitty Studios.
You got it.
Paul's a terrific sound man
Why,
and a
thank you.
terrific arranger and producer of CDs.
He makes
Why,
a
thank
pretty
you.
good husband, too.
Well, I
Yeah.
wouldn't know about that.
I work at that.
But at any rate, this is a song that Gary Cantor has heard, but I don't think anybody else has. I wrote this song for an Occupy songwriting contest.
It's
that
on
we
the
did.
Occupy Seattle Music CD that Gary Cantor pushes all over the place.
Right.
He's on it as well.
That's correct. At any rate, this is a song about my distress over the fact that more and more people seem to be, instead of really thinking through issues and their nuances and the complications, they're just latching onto a soundbite and going with that without really thinking about the issues. And that's what this song's about. Oh, okay.
Technical considerations here.
Yes. I'm going to wait till he gets...
There we go.
Oh, there we are. Okay. Okay. 'cause 50 years ago, we the people caused a stir, asking painful questions why things were the way they were, challenged inequality and war and other wrongs, marched the streets and grew our hair and sang it in our songs. Then admin hustlers said to make this pay will not be hard, turned dynamic days to a catchy phrase and made soundbite Boulevard. Once upon our past, you know, well, we the people chose from among our own the public servants who arose. When did service come to be a rich man's power play? The common man's his sole concern, he says most every day, while actions say those words are just ideals to disregard. So then he wants to hide, so he'll hitch a ride along Soundbite Boulevard. Complex questions boiled down, $10 to a dime. It's all too hard to figure out. Besides, we don't have time. We don't have time. And us young idealists, oh, we've all grown gray and old. Most became more practical as we've watched our lives unfold. Life's no longer black and white, so many shades of gray. There's kids and parents, jobs and health, and always bills to pay. And me, I just got tired to sort it out. Became too hard, so I'm walking there without a prayer down to Soundbite Boulevard. Yeah, me, I just got tired to sort it out. Became too hard, so I'm headed there without a prayer down to Soundbite Boulevard. Yeah, I'm living there, ain't got a prayer, cruising Soundbite Boulevard. Soundbite Boulevard. Soundbite Boulevard. Thank you very much.
So glad you were listening.
Good?
I'll send you a copy.
It's on Occupy Seattle Music. All right. Man, why didn't I bring that CD? We'll see you again before you leave. How long are you here? We're leaving on Monday. Tomorrow night, you're in Kansas. Are you gonna be here? Hi.
Okay, we got to give them a special round of applause. Silver Linings, and the last song was done by Lauren Gardiner. That was quite a song. We're going to have to get that and do that one in Kentucky's. What is the name on it? Soundbite Boulevard. Soundbite Boulevard. Well, all righty. Well, I know we have had many friends here tonight, and we want to thank you all for coming. Andy's going to do a couple of songs, a really special one that he will set up himself.
A couple.
There is a tip jar up here if anybody wants to put any money in it.
Well, basically, we drove out from Kentucky, and I figured it was 2,750 miles by the time I got to my brother's house. So I think I told you this before, Carol. We kind of figured out how many people were here and to cover the gas. So if you all like pitching about $125 a piece, we'll be okay. We'll be able to get back home. I don't think that's asking too much. We did all the driving. There. Hey, Sue, where is the gentle song? Huh? No, well, I didn't find it. A gentle song for you. I don't think it's there. Okay, good. I've got a kind of a special song that I want to dedicate to my men friends in the audience. And it's okay if the women listen to it, but this is for a few people are here in the audience and for my son-in-law back in North Carolina. But you can listen, and if you're a woman, you can listen. It's okay. But it's not for you. It's for my brother and my brothers. Out here on the back roads. Just a minute. Out here on the back roads. Just a few clouds in the sky. The hills are so much brighter than before. Morning is for back roads, working here and thinking how something don't feel right anymore. Like the only way I know you is to stay so far apart. I guess I really don't know much of you, 'cause we never shared the things that hurt, all the tenderness and tears. It's not the sort of thing men do. So here's a gentle song for you, my brother. A gentle song for you, my friend. And as we learn to sing, you're gonna hear our voices ring in a gentle song for you, my brother. Up the road, a hawk is flying. Everything's so still. Makes me want to share this day with a sister that has taught me much, or a brother I know well, where hugs and tears were all there was to say. So here's a gentle song for you, my brother. A gentle song for you, my friend. And as we learn to sing, you're gonna hear our voices ring in a gentle song for you, my brother. Now the sun is gone behind the clouds. I can feel the wind. Walking out here always brings me home. But now it's time to find some friends who feel the same as me. It makes no sense to walk this road alone. So here's a gentle song for you, my brother. A gentle song for you, my friend. And as we learn to sing, you're gonna hear our voices ring in a gentle song for you, my brother. And as we learn to sing, you're gonna hear our voices ring in a gentle song for you, my brother. About, I don't know, what was it, 6, 8 years ago, I was invited to go to China with a group of a select, doggone it, a select choir group from Seattle. And it turns out that they needed somebody to kind of front the choir because they wanted somebody to do John Denver songs, and they love John Denver in China and in Korea and in China, Japan. Yeah. Anyway, I did agree to do it, and I was flattered to be invited. And they asked me to do Take Me Home, Country Roads, and Rocky Mountain High, and Sunshine on My Shoulder. They liked that one too, but Country Roads was the one they really liked. But I agreed to do it. I said, yeah, I'd like to come, but can I do a song of my choosing that John Denver wrote? And they agreed I could do one that I would choose. So I did a little research. I already knew which one I wanted to do. It's this one. It was written by John Denver, but it never was one of his more popular songs. This is my favorite John Denver tune. They translated it into Chinese so the people in the audience could sing along as I sang it in English. It was wonderful. There's a full moon over India. Gandhi lives again. Who's to say we have to lose for someone else to win? In the eyes of all the people, look as much the same. Well, the first is just the last one. If we play a deadly game, it's about time we realize we're all in this together. It's about time we find out it's all of us or none. It's about time we recognize the changes in the weather. It's about time, it's about changes, and it's about time. There's a light in the Vatican window for all the world to see. And a voice cries in the wilderness, and sometimes it speaks to me. And I know I love it most of all when I kneel to kiss the land. With my lips upon sweet Mother Earth, I make my strongest stand. It's about time we start to see it. The earth is our only home. It's about time we start to face it. We can't make it here alone. It's about time we start to listen to the voices in the wind. It's about time, it's about changes, and it's about time. There's a man who is my brother. I just don't know his name. But I know his home and his family, because I know he feels the same. And it hurts me when he's hungry and when his children cry. For I too am a father, and this little one is mine. It's about time we begin it to turn this world around. It's about time we start to make it the dream we've always known. It's about time we start to live it, the family of man. It's about time, it's about changes, and it's about time. There's a full moon over India. Gandhi lives again. Who's to say we have to lose for someone else to win? In the eyes of all the people, look as much the same. For the first is just the last one. If we play a deadly game, it's about time we realize we're all in this together. It's about time we find out it's all of us or none. It's about time we recognize the changes in the weather. It's about time, it's about changes, and it's about time. It's about peace, it's about plenty, and it's about time. It's about you and me together, and it's about time. I want to do. My mother was a big band singer back in the 30s, and I don't know if my sisters and brothers really remember this. By the way, my sister Sheridan and Donna and her twin brother Duncan were all in town because they flew in. We're having a family reunion and stuff. If you love me. Anyway, my mother, I learned a lot of songs sitting on the living room floor on Palm Drive in Arcadia, California, as she would do the week's ironing and listening to old records and singing along the old tunes that she did. And I learned a lot of by listening to her sitting under the ironing board. This is the song that was one of her favorites that I do. And It does require a little participation on your part. Not a lot, but you'll figure it out. If you love me, if you love me, plant a rose for me. And if you think you love me for a long, long time, plant an apple tree. For the sun will shine, the wind will blow, the rain will fall, the tree will grow. Whether you come or whether you go, I'll have an apple and I'll have a rose, lovely to bite and nice to my nose, and every juicy nibble will be a sweet reminder of the time you loved me and planted a rose for me and an apple tree. See, it's kind of a short song, so I usually do it twice. But the second time, I leave out a word here and there, and you guys got to put it back in. So we'll see who was listening and who wasn't. If you love me, if you love me, plant an apple tree. And if you think you love me for, no, it was a rose. You're right. It wasn't an apple. Take two. If you love me, if you love me, plant a rose for me. And if you think you love me for a long, long time, plant an apple tree. For the sun will, the wind will, the rain will, and the tree will. Then whether it comes or whether it goes, I'll have an apple and I'll have a rose, lovely to bite and nice to my nose, and every juicy nibble will be a sweet reminder of the time you loved me and planted a rose for me and an apple tree. Okay, we're going to do it one more time, and everybody sing all the words this time, okay? If you love me, if you love me, plant a rose for me. And if you think you love me for a long, long time, plant an apple tree. For the sun will shine, the wind will blow, the rain will fall, and the tree will grow. And whether it comes or whether it goes, I'll have an apple and I'll have a rose, lovely to bite and nice to my nose, and every juicy nibble will be a sweet reminder of the time you loved me and planted a rose for me and an apple tree. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Donna, for not singing because you had your mouth full the whole time. It would be embarrassing. Oh, okay. One more what? Before we close. Well, two more? Okay. Do it. Well, I'm going to do a Bill Staines tune. I want to do Travel Insurance. Oh, Travel Insurance. Hey, Bob, you want to come back up and play on this one? And then, you want it? Well, you don't have to, Bob. It's not. I mean, I'm not going to pay you any more or any less.
Can I do every other note?
I don't know how many people have followed Sue and my journey over the last 5 years, but I think in 2011 when we came, there was a lot of people that thought there's a good chance it's the last time you're ever going to see Andy. But I'm back, and listen. The last time they let me out of the hospital, I couldn't walk. My ears are shot from all the drugs, right? I lost some vision because of the antibiotics. My taste buds, and my taste buds are like ruined, right? I can't hear worth a damn anymore. And they said, "Oh, you're all well now. You can go." Thanks. But no, I am. The Reader's Digest version is I'm well and getting weller, and all I have to do is the physical therapy, and I'll be all the way back. It's been a long road and been 5 years, and 5 years and counting. But I have to say, my angel, my wife, Sue. Hand me down. Oh, I'm sorry. I just about screwed you. It's in D, yeah. Not A, you know. How about you play it in D and I'll play it in A? We'll try that.
Another song I wrote about this.
Yeah, I know. Hand me down my traveling shoes. I've got a long way to go. A long way to go, and I've no time. I've no time to lose, for there's a road that I haven't run. So hand me down my traveling shoes, for there's a road that I haven't run. So hand me down my traveling shoes. Hand me down my walking cane. I've got a long way to go. A long way to go. Moving on. Moving across the plain. There's a town that I haven't seen. So hand me down my walking cane. For there's a town that I haven't seen. So hand me down my walking cane. And when the sun comes upon my shoulder, I will wash within its light. And through the years, as I grow older, I'll take comfort in the sight of the young one's eyes. Early morning skies, every tiny bird in flight. Hand me down my driving wheel. I've got a long way to go. A long way to go. There's no time. Moving on these tracks of steel. For there's a place that I haven't been. So hand me down my driving wheel. For there's a truth that I haven't seen. So hand me down my driving wheel. Well, there's a restless kind of burning, drives me up and around the bend. And like a child, I'll still be learning. When my time is at an end, then I'll just fade away. And you'll hear me say, just say softly to my friend, hand me down my traveling shoes. I've got a long way to go. A long way to go, and I've no time. I've no time to lose, for there's a place that I haven't been. So hand me down my traveling shoes, for there's a place that I haven't been. So hand me down my traveling shoes. Got a long way to go. How are we doing for time? We have 15 more minutes. Wonderful world. And then we'll do a bid you good night. Well, W. Did they spell Blythe right? Wonderful world. Well, well, we just have time for a couple of more songs, so thank you all for coming and your patience with all of this. So I've had a great time, and this whole trip has just been magic. We have seen so many wonderful friends, and we even had a car breakdown on Sunday, but we limped the car back to my son's house. I called the Goodyear people. They were still open for another half hour. Took the car on Sunday. They fixed the car on Monday, and then they checked with our account in Richmond, Kentucky, and found out that what was wrong with the car was covered under warranty. So even the car breaking down didn't cost us anything. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see the skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed days, dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. You know, actually, I want to do a song or somewhere to begin. What?
Well, let's get the Zephyr people all up here.
What?
Everybody that did Zephyr, let's do that. It's
Today?
let's be. Well, we could do today. Yeah, let's do today.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let me all the Zephyrs up on the stage. Everybody that ever sang with a Zephyr, come on up. And Kathy and Paul, you come on up too.
Today in E.
And the rest of you all can
Yeah,
sing along.
just sing. This is our next to the last song, and there's a story behind this song. Back in the early '60s, I had a trio that was my sister and my best friend in high school, and we played around the Southern California area, and we did okay. But we had a chance to send a demo into Capitol Records, and we sent the demo in, and we were told that if they're going to reject it, you'll get it back in 3 or 4 days. They won't keep you hanging. If the answer is no, it'll be back right away. And so, like 10 days or 2 weeks go by, no words. So we're pretty high on ourselves. Said, well, they listened to it in L.A. They sent it to New York. They liked the tape. And this is looking good. And at the same time, Hollywood Variety announced they were holding auditions for. They needed some new members for the New Christie Minstrels. Remember them? Yeah. Well, the three of us, we went in and we auditioned for the New Christie Minstrels, and we did okay. They went out of the room, and they came back a few minutes later, and they said, how do you feel about breaking up the group? They wanted 2 out of 3 of us to join the New Christie Minstrels. And we turned them down because we didn't want to know who they didn't want. And as it turns out, that was our one flash with stardom. We turned down the New Christie Minstrels. Whoa. And the next day, we get the audition tape back from Capitol Records, and they said, you sound too much like Peter, Paul, and Mary. We can't use you.
You almost made it, man.
Almost made it. I finally made it on the national television, though, as a musician. On the Food Channel. Well,
they ate it up.
Was it like a diet show or something?
Well, they have Apple Harvest Festival over in Kashmir every fall. And it's a nice event, by the way. Go over there for the weekend. It's charming. It's really nice. Anyway, I played over there, and I did a song about apples, and a crew from New York came and covered that event for the Food Channel. And they asked me to do it again and sign a release, and they recorded me singing the song. And so it became the theme song for this segment that was on the Food Channel. And so most musicians, they want to get on MTV or VH1 or something. No, the Food Channel.
You're famous.
Well, this song is a song that we did in Zephyr, which I think it was one of our very first songs.
Yeah, it was.
How many of you sang it with us with Zephyr? Some of them would probably don't even know what we're singing. But we're having a blast, so thank you.
Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows will all pass away ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. I'll be a dandy and I'll be a rover. You'll know who I am by the song that I sing. Feast at your table and sleep in your clover. Who cares what tomorrow shall bring? Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows will all pass away ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. I can't be contented with yesterday's glory. I can't live on promises, winter to spring. For now is my moment, today is my story. I'll laugh and I'll cry and I'll sing. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away ere today. Today. One more time. Today. I bid you good night. Okay.
Y'all stay up here now.
This is one of Pete Seeger's latest recordings. And it's very much, the whole song is pretty much repetition, so you won't have any trouble picking it up. There we go. Oh, and we do it in E. I'll stay on the guitar. It's called "And I Bid You Good Night." Whoop. Yeah, Bill Staines.
No, it's
Yeah, that's right. Bill Staines wrote it. I'm sorry.
It's sort of.
It's
sort of.
SoulFood.
It's sort of.
Very
Pete
simple,
Seeger,
yeah.
but it was Bill Staines. You know what we mean.
I'm telling you, it's SoulFood. SoulFood.
It's been a great show, and we love everybody here. I bid you good night.
Lay down, my dear brother, lay down and rest your head. Lay your head upon the Savior's breast. I love you, but Jesus loves you the best. And I bid you good night, good night, good night. And I bid you good night, good night. Chariots are coming, hear the wheels roll. Good night, good night. Take it to the river of Jordan. Good night, good night. Jesus and John will comfort you. Good night, good night, good night. Lay down, my dear sister, lay down and take your rest. Lay your head upon the Savior's breast. I love you, but Jesus loves you the best. And I bid you good night, good night, good night. And I bid you good night, good night. Chariots are coming, hear the wheels are rolling. Good night, good night. Yeah, take it to the river of Jordan. Good night, good night. Jesus and John will comfort you. Good night, good night, good night. Lay down, my dear father, lay down and take your rest. Lay your head upon the Savior's breast. I love you, but Jesus loves you the best. And I bid you good night, good night, good night. And I bid you good night, good night. Chariots are coming, hear the wheels are rolling. Good night, good night. Take it to the river of Jordan. Good night, good night. Jesus and John will comfort you. Good night, good night. Walking through the valley of the shadow of death. Good night, good night. See the ark, what a wonderful boat. Good night, good night, good night. And I bid you good night, good night, good night. One more time. And I bid you good night, good night, good night. 10:01.
We'll go on the road with you. We wanted equal pay.
Yeah. Well, again, thank